Well, and I mean, that's the other thing I was talking to my dad about, because we were having this discussion about buying cheap things versus nice things. And I was like, Dad, because he was talking about getting into something like a new hobby or something. And he was like, I could buy this cheap thing, like cheap fishing pole for $80, or I could buy this really nice fishing pole for $1,000 or what, like whatever it was. I was like, here's what you do. You buy that cheap one, and if you use it enough to break it, that you have to buy a new one, then buy the expensive one.
Right.
Or the quality one. I guess saying expensive probably isn't the optimum word, because there could be some expensive stuff that is
right, like the Yamaha and that pan. I mean, I'm sure they weren't too expensive compared to what I just bought, but to me, I think they sound great.
Right.
Some other people, like my friends, are like, okay, it sounds good, but you need something with a little bit more, oomph. And I'm like, okay, but I love them. So
hey, that's cool, and you're investing in yourself, and you're moving forward, and it's one of those things as you kind of move forward in your career. Like, obviously, right now you're playing solo acoustic, or are you playing electric?
Acoustic. Well, I just put a pickup in it. So,
yeah. Okay. So you're playing a solo acoustic, and so the PA system's a little bit easier. You don't need like a big elaborate thing. Exactly. But once you kind of get into those bigger venues, that PA system becomes less of a worry, because if it's a big enough venue, they're gonna
have it. It's just plug and play. It's nice.
So it's just one of those things where it's like, as you grow and as you like kind of figure out how you want to do your music, how you want to like present yourself, that's kind of the optimal thing, is to like initially put all your money into stuff that you're going to continue to use, and then worry about the extra stuff like the PA system and all that stuff, because at some point you're not going to need the PA system. So
hopefully,
hopefully, in theory, if everything
might take a long time, but hopefully one day,
Right.
I know some people, some artists, they start off and it might take them 15, 20, 25 years to, finally get somewhere. Hopefully it don't take that long.
Fair.
But
I mean, but
you never know.
That's the thing about Texas, and I've talked to every Texas musician about this, is it's like, when I moved here, or when I moved here in 2019, but prior to that I lived out in New Mexico for 4 years. There were so many musicians that came through New Mexico that were big in Texas, and I had never heard of them.
Wow.
And it was one of those deals where I'd ask the promoter, because I was good friends with one of the promoters of the venues. I was like, hey, who is this guy? Like, I know he's got to be somewhat big, because you booked him in your private club that has like a 300 seat capacity. And like, that's a pretty decent venue, especially in New Mexico. And he's like, oh yeah, that's so-and-so. He's been playing in Texas for 20 years. He's got like, all this stuff. And I'm like, and all he does is does the loop around Texas. He's like, yeah, there's this thing called the Texas Loop. And it's
that's crazy.
Yeah.